Hi, welcome to Ocean Yemi's very quick live, a little bit of updates maybe in a twine. So this is gonna be a quick one because I know when somebody's gonna call me or interrupt me. So the Menendez's brothers are looking for a retrial, re-sentencing situation, and also Al, what's it, Albury, uh, Ahmed Arbery, that was unalive by the two men. They're looking for a retrial. So what I'm gonna do, um, I'm gonna come back maybe later and look at this. No, not really look at it, just kind of give it over a breeze through and see what's going on. But what I'm gonna do right now is the Menendez one because I think the Menendez they definitely want a retrial, a resentencing. They want a resentencing hearing. So what I'm gonna do as well, I'm going to play a little bit of them trying to get a resentencing of their thing. Though I mean everybody's kind of have mixed emotions on the Menendez brothers. Um, I also feel that to me is just clear cut and it's all black and white straight. What is what? But people is kind of questioning certain things. There's new eyes on the Menendez brothers right now, um, so I feel that how if it gets reopened or re-sentencing and they come out on parole or whatever the case may be is down to the evidence or whatever is out there. Now with the Menendez brothers is one is it's like this. Obviously in families, especially families, there's a stronger sibling and there's a softer sibling. And Menendez brothers is not different to any other siblings who has done metricides to their parents. And I feel if their father, if abuse was part of going on in their lives, but I think it's a little more deeper than that as well. I think it's a little more deeper than that. I feel that's what drive them to unalive their parents. And I don't know the resentencing of them. How I feel about it personally is if they do get resentenced, now what evidence are they going to draw up from all of this? Because the evidence is quite clear cut. They bought power powers and basically should unalive their parents. And I know now there is Netflix out about they did a whole documentary, couple documentaries on them, in fact, um, bringing up stuff, abuse that. And I have covered abuse in families, not necessarily with sons and fathers, but with stepfathers, family, which is the same thing. But I've never covered that side of it. So I feel that yes, you can bond on certain stuff as siblings because you're the one that's in the house when certain things is going on. The mother maybe could have stopped certain things, and I feel like the brothers felt like their mother wasn't there for them. She was also going through what she was going through as well with the husband, and these like children unaliving parents is not an unusual thing, as we seen from what's her name, Carly Craig, um, the one from Carbonation. She unalived her mother, and there's a few of them. There's quite a lot of those ones going on. However, sometimes it is due to money as well with these children who are born into wealth is part of it. And I'm still not acing at the fact that how they got abuse. Though I feel that how it's a subject that men don't talk about as well. So the fact that Lyle said so much, I think it's Lyle. Lyle said so much in his statements, and he was questioning what sexual orientation he was. That actually says to me something did actually go on in the house with the father, and as much as it pains me to bring this subject up, because at first I was just going to watch the Netflix and just carry on about my business, but I feel like I've got to watch this one and the Bianca Ellis as well. That's another one I need to look at. Now, as for the Ahmad Arbery, oh, people's gonna come down talking. The Ahmad Arbery, there is a retrial for that. So we're gonna play this one. Let me see if I can play them saying they want a retrial. The two guys who unalive Ahmad Arbery. Now he really needs to get justice. I feel that this clear cut. That's racist attack on a man minding his own business. So they're saying they want a retrial. So let me play, because they're asking for a retrial, should I say? They're asking for a retrial. Let me see if it's going to play. Hopefully you ain't going to hear nobody in the background, because they're going to be moving up and down and stuff.
Georgia men who killed Ahmad Arbery asking court for new trial. Article. Gregory McMichael, left, his son Travis McMichael and William Bryan, right. Chatham County, GA, 3 white men serving life in prison for murder after chasing and killing Ahmad Arbery in 2020 are returning to court Thursday to ask a judge for a new trial. Attorneys for Greg McMichael, his son Travis McMichael, and their former neighbor William Roddy Bryan are making a range of arguments for a new trial, from a tainted jury to ineffective counsel for one of the men. Superior Court Judge Timothy Wamsley, who was the judge in their 2021 murder trial and handed down their sentences, has set aside up to 2 days to hear their legal motions. The McMichaels armed themselves with guns and jumped in a pickup truck to chase Arbery, a 25-year-old black man, after they saw him run past their house on February 23, 2020, in a subdivision outside the port city of Brunswick. Bryan joined the pursuit in his own truck and recorded cell phone video of Travis McMichael firing shotgun blasts at close range into Arbery, who fell fatally wounded in the street. No arrests were made in Arbery's killing for more than 2 months, until Bryan's cell phone video leaked online and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation took over the case from police. Arbery's death became part of a broader reckoning on racial injustice in the criminal legal system, along with the police killings of George Floyd in Minneapolis and Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky. Ahmad Arbery, family photo. Defense attorneys argued during the Georgia trial that the armed pursuit was justified because the McMichaels and Bryan suspected Arbery was a thief and sought to detain him for police. Travis McMichael testified that he opened fire in self-defense when Arbery attacked with his fists. Police found no evidence Arbery had stolen anything or committed other crimes in the neighborhood. Related, Ahmad Arbery's killers showed so much hatred. Jury foreman.
My thing is that the guy tried to fight back and they're saying that they was going to hold him for the police. Like, who is you? Who is you? So anyways, let play. They're holding him for who?
Says. An attorney for Travis McMichael, Pete Donaldson, said in a legal filing that he plans to present evidence that the jury's verdict was tainted by outside influences and extraneous prejudicial information.
How?
The information came to light in a private investigator's recorded interviews with 3 jurors in 2022, Donaldson wrote, giving no other details. Greg McMichael's lawyer, Jerry Chappelle, said he was supporting Donaldson's effort to question the verdict's fairness. Brian's lawyer, Rodney Zell, argued in a written motion that Brian's trial attorney was ineffective. He noted that Brian, on his previous lawyer's advice, had agreed to be interviewed by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Zell said Brian was ill-prepared to speak with investigators and managed to incriminate himself. Zell also wrote that the judge had wrongly prohibited defense attorneys from presenting trial evidence of prior bad acts by Arbery. Defense attorneys had sought to use evidence of Arbery's past run-ins with law enforcement, including 2 arrests, as well as mental health records to argue that the McMichaels rightly feared that he might be dangerous. Men appealing verdict in Ahmad Arbery death. The 3 men convicted in the murder of Ahmad Arbery are asking a court to throw out their federal hate crime convictions. Walmsley ruled before the trial that such evidence related to Arbery's character was irrelevant to the murder case, because none of the defendants knew him prior to the deadly chase.
Exactly.
Seeking a new trial marks a first step by the 3 defendants in challenging their murder convictions. Walmsley sentenced both McMichaels to life in prison without parole, while giving Brian a chance of parole. The men were also convicted of federal hate crimes in U.S. District Court after a separate trial in February 2022. The jury concluded the trio targeted Arbery because he was black. Prosecutors presented 24 social media posts and text messages, as well as witness testimony, that showed all 3 men used racist slurs or otherwise disparaged black people. The 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals heard arguments in March from attorneys asking the court to overturn the hate crimes verdict. A decision on the federal appeals is still pending.
They're saying they're saying that how it wasn't based on race, and they were bringing up his past and all sorts of craziness. I'm just like, they want a retrial on their actions, what they took towards an innocent person who was running, who actually went to look at a place in the area. So this is justified, right? This scene here is justified by them, why they took actions. Now, I wish I was able to get the what you call it, the rest of Albery's background, but even his background is not that important. Is not important at this moment. The thing is, he was running through the neighborhood, and we've seen it happen on another platform where a guy is walking through some part of the States. I can't remember what part, and all the white men started harassing him, saying whatever, and all that. So to me, what's that? That's an example to me to show how hostile a space can be when you are a black person walking through certain states, certain areas, and all that. Now, I'm not going to go into it now because I might get interrupted by family or somebody, okay? And I don't want no extra noises on my live. So, to me, I feel talking about his past, trying not to make him the victim. That's what they're trying not to do. And make these guys look like innocent people, like they're innocent. They did not pull out pows on this man, unalived him, well, took him out of this world, shall I say, and also called him racial slurs. So, yeah. So the resentencing, can you give me a comment at the bottom and tell me what you think of the resentencing of these guys who wants a retrial, somewhat, probably want parole, want to get bailed out or whatever, to say that they're innocent now and they want to be seen as victims and not the ones who pulled the gun on Armand, because Armand was an innocent bystander. And like I said, there is an example of this already, showing how hostile spaces can get when you're walking through certain parts, certain places. You meet a Karen or a Ken, And yeah, and to me, like, you should be able to go wherever you want to go. You should be able to be wherever you want to be. There should not be no space that you cannot step. Mind you, I will bear in mind that some of the states is racist, and I understand that as well. Um, there's been many examples of this shown. So for what they are asking, I think they are kind of taking the piss or the birdies, and yeah. But anyways, I'm not gonna go into it because, like, it's holidays and I'm gonna get interrupted. So I'm gonna come off and I'm gonna leave it right there before my children interrupt me.